Abusinyame mwaha emwakwaba Adepa Green TV so emre du se de oman mafoforo mu nsem ayaboaboa no nsem fon so agibre asem se green kase no wakasem ni nsem bia beti ebi ene se omampanyi na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo neni echimu ewo Nigeria man ni mu meche Abuja yo ne Ecowas mpanyifo ekoye eye enhyemu sanso na MP ye wo Ashaiman da babetu dwa se kamera se new voters register ekotwotwe edin no kofo be se 21000 omudin entumi MP ewo mu sanso na isi eda babetu dwa se wa wudin entumi MP ewo new voters register mu no ema ran wuye kwakwa sanso mu nyema egu akwan ma obetumi so asanso aye biem wei ene nsem na ofupa be so mo se ewia prem to break kase ewo Green TV so na nyemako yi aso maseniam de kase ba be so mo mobile hand sanitizer sanso na Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited omo na ebo machi dom nam de prem to break kase no ababesum wo obotan team na Abena Adepa enmidin afejebre na ma kase mu chechire mu ankasa Sanso emo wakwaba be me sheka sena se dia me sha se de fi omampanyi na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo akache de neni etumi achemu ewo Nigeria meche Abuja ene ne mpotemo one Ecowas mpanyifo akwakoye eye nhyiemu da ba betu dwa se omo nhwe no muntumi nya adwumaden embo ama hodo entumi nya bebipa efensi na mpumtum pa entumi enkoso se na bibia be komu no na asuluma pa ena eba so ewa amaman ahodo ya etwa ye ho nyina e de ahia.
This is my first working visit to the headquarters of the Ecowas Commission in Abuja, capital of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I thank the President of the Commission, His Excellency Jean-Claude Kasie, the heads of the community institutions, the commissioners, and all of you for this very warm welcome. Hopefully, I can safely conclude by this that we're going to have a very fruitful and cordial relationship over the course of the tenure of my office. This visit is to enable me to interact with the management and staff of community institutions on our collective agenda on integration and development of our region. I assumed office as chairperson of the Ecowas Authority of Heads of State and Government 2 weeks ago, when by unanimous vote, members of the authority conferred this honor on me and my country, Ghana. I'm grateful once again to them for the confidence reposed in me to steer the affairs of the community. Let me congratulate once again my immediate predecessor, the President of the Republic of Niger, His Excellency Mahamadou Issoufou, for his distinguished stewardship of ECOWAS during these trying times, which has been widely acclaimed. As I stated in my acceptance speech, although considerable progress has been made since the establishment of ECOWAS some 45 years ago, much more remains to be done to consolidate the socio-economic and political gains made over the years. The challenges in the areas of democracy, health, security, economy, trade and currency must be addressed in a spirit of genuine cooperation and solidarity if we are to overcome them, which I'm confident we can. I believe that collectively we can all make ECOWAS the most viable regional bloc in Africa and realize the vision of transforming ECOWAS from, quote, a body of states to a community of peoples, unquote. At the 5th to 7th Summit in Niamey, I listened carefully to the words of solidarity from the members of the authority, who each reiterated their commitment to the cause of integration and development. Indeed, the programs and projects presented by the President of the Ecowas Commission were very much in accord with the 5-point agenda for my chairmanship of the community, which I outlined. They are, firstly, the fight against terrorism. Secondly, winning the fight against COVID-19. Thirdly, trading under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Fourthly, the issue of a monetary union in ECOWAS. And fifthly, the consolidation of democratic governance. Mr. President, I commend the Commission on the achievements chalked in the areas of infrastructure, agriculture, and humanitarian assistance. I want to appeal to all of you to continue the good work on which you are embarked. Inasmuch as our institutions are strong, we need to enhance their capacities to enable them to deliver on their mandate. All necessary support for the enhancement of the capacities of the community institutions must be forthcoming. A well-functioning ECOWAS rebounds to the benefit of each of its member states. We must thus continue to build a united, economically prosperous, politically stable and secure community that meets the aspirations of the citizens of our community.
MP or Shama Yani Din and Unmunian for Ernest Henry Dogbe at the Babet Nogbe at the Babet to just say, Siciano, new voters register ya, Coco Church or Yedin, a woman Ghana Maseno, Shomushuma, Nipa said 21,000 Mudin and to me and Baby Pon also needing and to me and Pimubina or beside using penny for say Abena sign and on no needing answers to MP now coffee be now so Eddie Swasan Ida woman to some way there or say using penny for Eba number Yano.
So upon persistent pressure, that was when you brought out 14,000, you reinstated, restored 14,000 people. Everybody has the right to complain. And in that also, we all have our right to vote. So no single person could sit anywhere to disenfranchise anybody. Not at all. So I put that pressure and you brought a new register, reinstating my name. You see, the disparity here, or the dishonesty that I may say about the Electoral Commission is that you claim I was lying and that 21,000 people could not be missing on the register. But in your statement, you said there could be, incomplete transfer of data. Incomplete transfer of data, you are implicating yourself.
Our observations show widespread anomalies at various exhibition centers across the country. So far, our officials and agents have reported anomalies from all regions, including except Aswasi in the Ashanti region. So what I'm saying is that there are anomalies everywhere, but in Ashanti region, it is only in Aswasi that we are seeing major anomalies. So you can do your own analysis. This has already given us cause to believe that the anomalies and distortions in the register may be deliberate, as it is widespread in our strongholds. EC officials were caught on video late at night, printing and laminating an unspecified number of voter ID cards. Obviously, this is one of the modern rigging techniques the EC has deployed going into this election. Our suspicion is that either the new ID cards were being printed for non-Ghanaians who are not legible to vote, or person
Mani Mahama or Mampenda da Edma NDC Amanyoko no Edaba Betu Dressa Yankopon Ayadom Nas NDC Amanyoko Essanso Eba Bemu Biemu Diana and Atia in Penifo Aho ne Edredifo no Munina Edi Numa Enkankane or Marches Dandano no more do Atia Efuno or Monso Eba Beshe no Metunya May Edamoma Kadia any name bet me abo Moma Amatia et me akon Kama Bibian set me akon Kaino or met me Ashe no Mutumashe Musa Bay Edamoma no Madrid men in Yamaho so me so it me ejane naso
minim se CASHEW juma no mudi akotiri wo mpa enti na say your manifesto ye de tuja ye won hihye e wo mu bebre a eboa cashew ekwa adwuma no ne edikan ye de cashew board eba senya ye wo cocoa board me show some what cocoa board eno hwe cocoa ekuafo no so a chese bibia wo mu hia e de aye cocoa adwuma no ye ye de ma omo sanso na cashew board ye de ba ebe hwe cashew adwuma ye no for so enti anyoma mu hia etimi aye mo adwuma ye Wellington boots this anyoma ni na ye de ba ba mamo na mo etimi ahwe cashew no so ye after so yeah the factory ba bono I just say ebe ye cashew no ho adwuma enti ye fa cashew no ko amano ne enkoye biom se ye te cashew no ha ye de be ko factory ho ne akosiesie ne kama se ne ebe ya ye de be ko amano ne akoton na ya je dollars no na ye de abetua ekrafo no ka se ne be ya mobo no be ko soro na motimi nya mfaso e wo mo cashew no so enti obia owo cashew phobia wo de hweso ye e say cashew ekwafo no momre na ebai also awuni cashew fo mpacho kosre na nanom na pe asase na sha asidua o cashew e say cashew sika beba mu pa a chese e de sika beba krom na enye no kwa no mesra mo mami ya di na me hu se ya me na me gina ha kasa no ezu enye no kwa wa oye cashew kreni na wo cashew afibia wote cashew no na ye beto cashew na ye be isika na kakra ato ho amawo afibia ye be bi ato ho amawo enti ukonyi na wadane akokra ana abrewa untimi nye adwuma biom na saa sika no abeye pension obeye pensioner afi bosombia ye betua osika kakra na odi ahwe wo ho enti cashew farmers pension scheme and also yadeba enti shishia de bebre ye obibia friend mechanization center district bia ye beba besi ba ko ho ye the tractors ni fidie ni bibia e beba besi ho enti se oye kreni na ko register e wo mechanization center wa se emrenu dru se ukodo wefu a ukọ ho a se tractor na uhio se omukodo wefu ombekọ akodo ama se spray na uhio ombekọ akọ spray ama se utwa we bro na uhia sa machine na ye de gani e bro no ho sheller maize sheller omo obi wo ho ombeba be yama wo sika obetua oni sika emfa ho ombetra to ho so okoton we bro anase okoton wo banchia na eka eda ho no we yikakra no akotua ka na osika aka no eno de wo de ne o de be bia wasema
Frankatufo abedieche edma NDC amanyoko ni ya ni din ene Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman ede aba betu dwase eyade amfimpinu ene edunu abato ne se Ghanafo eto aba ema NDC amanyoko esanso eba aba mu biema ombehwe ma ne makodo ye oman Ghanafo nyina Ghanafo temamufo nyina hia no ombehwe mutumi da ma obia se ne bi obia ho ebetumi aha no
Sinchagayebi aya frafra edumani akwantumi aworini anyakoye bebiamete intanesi se ya go into so that you do cobra onye odo nyina ya ka ya ntamwa no please na ashuje oba iti ba ye bebiu ya manifesto baba bote manifesto mo ta wa no go so as ni wo bi nyi iti ati ati bi nyi na manifesto ni hwe de ya obia ni diwo meja no ma first one diwo me na no ma wa ho na one diwo ekuafu one ma frama one diwo ebenyifu one diwo okada fu one diwo driver fu one diwo galamse fu one diwo osene na ya kama ya ya ma kuzoda na ya sisi ni bi ni te bi se bi sa be yes as was so I am crying Mrs. Snaz, and I want to write my mom. Wasn't when you were not, yes, said, Pa, a could be yes, what to know when you are Sunday, while the room had it's here for you, your best. Obia, Yanazabo. And I this surely we are in a bush, in a essence, in a Jessica, no fine, in those so feel that they are and I mean, when you go, if I was to go, all the time is not a family, so I never it's all that you couple. Now, so we are ready. If you are with you, so I am a woman in it. There's no imagination. Send away. Open over the school and over the neighbor. There's no imagination. Over there, double track will be yes to one. There's no imagination. Open the gold stone and says, yeah, not in one, you may have over the neighbor. There's no imagination. This says, it's a matter of us.
Ghana for Bimo da Omampenyi na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo asiye papa esanse mra coronavirus ko de wo ya de eyiniti e wo man Ghana mu ase no omo hwe nhihya hodo ye odigu akwan mu masese niam eguso akofo bokoboko e de mo man Ghana fo no enimu no mu Green TV kase twetwe nkomo betu udwa se Omampenyi na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo bo no modi ye papa e de niam pa egu akwan mu asese ade coronavirus no kwa ne guso ekofom na mom de futuo so egu hod ma ye nuanum Ghana fo so eguso atetememu a ye omo so ete oman Ghana mu ase dan danya nose mask ibi no omo nkoto bi emfa ncheche omo hene eno ma no so se be ya we nyina ase betumi etuse dokudoku e de efi oman Ghana mo se Ghana fo man yenhya ne nso ya we ne ko nenso enko de akakakra e wo ho nti o se enya ne sanhihya hodo ya mpanifo de egu akwam se enya edidi so no ye nyina ye ndi so se ne be da asori no ya we no ye ntini kampo biem se coronavirus bimpo e ba besra oman Ghana.
Okay. Assessing the government in fighting the COVID-19, the current pandemic. Who say why are the 95%? Why are they? Okay, active cases in this are dropped, and people physical condition is less compared to other countries. What we are some restrictions, but with time, is lifting the banks one after the other, and that's one way to help the economy boost or boost the economy. Why are the measures not that or just shut? We shouldn't think that it's over. It's not yet over. The pandemic is still active, like it's still in the system. So if we lose guard, we let our guards down, I bet we are scared. So we should be vigilant and fight this pandemic. Let me trust you.
message I'm giving my and say they are buying the same penny for new which in your a tray. It's no more than a tray. No much as a yes, Maximus. Now, yes, sanitizing, sir. Yes, yes, still. Yeah, fact, the fees and your money in a dick, the best say, Obia, and social distancing, and your family, so they are buying a car. Yes, we am one
because school free me word dey the more this osiaba for da me baba mama man sika send ya first me ma to aya dey o man anya ni o nyina na betimi aya ni o yi 100% because aya dey what the year from so bia share no ma anayi no max bia wo ne nsa why ni fa bebre ya rent bebre ti ya ti e ba mama e ba pon na ba so why ya so bia nya hweye so bia share no max so bia ni ni a wa kire ye no so
MPP amanyoko no e de ababetu dwase emfimpinu ni eduenu abato ne ye kwakoto aba ye nhwe obi otuma mpuntuma pa etumi aba oman Ghana mu ha se nya manifesto ne nko a e na o se etumi ehwe animu na mu o se ehwe se oman Ghana mpuntuma pa hwan e na etumi aye emudodo na enumu e na panipa yo no e na da transport corporation ano ya ni din ene na AKOMEA edebetu dwase yampa emfimpinu ni eduenu abato ne de eguso ehwe ha yi a enche bia no ne ye kwakosa santene akwakoto aba na mu abato animu no o se ehwe se ne yesifa etie hwan na di mpuntuma pa etumi aba na ye kwakoto aba na nya manifesto mu ode no ne bo sha kase no mo hwehwe mu ne mo ye nhwe nipa ko a wetumi aboa ma mpuntuma pa etumi aba oman Ghana mu ha.
So today he's out of government and making promises. What do we do? Because your track record is what we must look at, not your words. So that is the choice that is before the people of Ghana. Because as for putting words in a manifesto, any political party can do that. But when you have somebody putting words in a manifesto, but that person too has had a chance to be in government, then you have to measure the performance in government and not the words in the manifesto. So that is the choice that we face. When you come and tell us that within 1 year you would pay depositors' funds, well, now they have been paid. But when you tell us you pay depositors on 4 million people, you couldn't pay DKF, just a couple of hundred. 2 companies. They said he paid some, but you couldn't pay all of them. In fact, your general secretary said that those people should go and hang because they made their own bad decisions. So if you couldn't pay DKF, just a couple of hundred people, and you say you pay 4 million, how can we take you serious? How should the Ghanaian people take you serious? He said free SHS was not possible. Other African countries have tried it, and they have caused major problem for them. And that what you have is progressive. And what is a progressive? Giving free education to day students. At that time, the fees of day students was 38 Ghana cedis. Even that one, President Mahama's government could not pay. There were large arrears. So, even your own progressive, which is paying fees for day students, you couldn't do it. How can you find the money to pay fees for 1 million students? And it runs through the entire NDC manifesto. Today, he says he will restore Okada business. Well, I mean, all of us respect the hustle of our brothers in this Okada business. But it was President Mahama who banned Okada business in 2012. Now, he hasn't answered the question why he banned Okada.
Abusunya ya home Kasie ne so ne ntwe homra ye ba ye besan so ato aso bi. Esanse 3-bedroom house ya esanso eye semi-detached aba ediamawo enu abusia enunti tutumika nefa wani eche eye botiano mechre broadcasting road ubehu ometre akwan ewo kaso akwantempon so na edan ni mu no nyama hudro bi ya ubehu ebi ene kitchen mechre baby obetumi anu anuane sa esoso ena woyesa ubetumi akonati eye air condition yi bi oho sa esoso na wardrobe nso ewo baby a wo bedware eno de nya ade achese eye na ewo ho no mo baby a wo ni wabusuafo anase se wo nafofo ebetumi atena age wo ho me manframa pa etumi afo aho de meso ni nyina ebi ewo ho no mo sa esoso ena CCTV cameras de 24/7 no mujam na so ebo adwuma de mu oden sa esoso ena nsuo de enya ade ho ebetumi akwa atwe ede amawo esanse boho ensoso ewo ho no mo enunti pusuamo awmabofo eso 0242 221101 0242 221101 Odofo tutumika na kwajewo die.
The Makohu ewo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no me ho kura dweme se enu nti no manya award a eye world best obi antrase ema dompem yade ka se anase mbo yade enka ne todam bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic esanyar want to say akoma ebo periperi ema wani so ekiri wo ne ekuro etu no ne enka ewo nanum oba na be mo pa wo ene enyar wanka ye
nansi ama me ka se ene spinal cord ho eka ye no Greenfield adaromenti ene wasa so de gene na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machines are associated with the Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop from 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield,
God is our healer.
Greenfield,
your last.
Keep yourself and your whole family safe with mobile disinfectant spray. It contains hypochlorous acid, which makes it safe for everyone, including babies. Eliminate harmful bacteria or viruses on and around you by disinfecting your airspace. Simply spray into the air or use in your hands to keep them clean. When you are with friends, disinfect your airspace. At work with your colleagues, disinfect your airspace. Even when hanging out with family, disinfect your airspace. It can also be applied in the kitchen, on doorknobs, anywhere, anytime, and by anyone. Disinfect your airspace with mobile disinfectant spray.
Auntie, delivery money they will shopping now. Say I just got from your first sir. Oh yes, yatisu.com. And one is wako online. So I order with shopping beer with here. Say your footsteps, provisions, bibiara, or bed live and in terms soup. Our office and also free how cry.
What? Wait, you say beer cost. I am so reliable.
Oh yes, offices, bank, businessmen and women. Over to you. After so items beer. Ni what you sue, the only sue you. Nina yatisu.com. Content.
Wow, this is too good to ignore.
Exactly. Companies need traders. Move from shops money maybe. And we got on DBA so and yatisu.com so a baby a kind. I'm a good dear Kosuwa. Yatisu.com. Fayansi see our telephone 055-000-0090 and 055-000-0091. Yatisu.com and Tisu. Yatisu.com. We deliver all your orders to your doorstep.
What do me be against her? Empimpi and Sasia Hodua, ye to free a man for chain, Eana and Sem Ewo, Empono, Ubecono, na Obise, Assassino, Eyenidia. Se Utie, Empona Winyano, Asumdre Kwanswa, Uberhena and Canchidaya, ye dear Gusino, Enkoye, a dining posino, Enkoye, and Sembe. Ye ne sembe braintina Green TV edit media sonkwa your friend is all about your house ebro ejwada enyume biara no otwe pepepe kai nehia me kwadwo ansa wusu menema bedwafo a omudi adanse mu atintimai na fo akwa wodi utibeto ayewo jo
for said the cinema who said, "O memon common, I tell to Senenti, now what you mean, ye eat the form you knew, and yes, you no na ya pension, somehow do I, every man of whom so, oh, Ghana, who I say, and until ye turns after a more money, oh, someone, Abba, ye become myself, say I'm on your seminal, ye turns after a MPP, NDC, CPP, and as I'm on your Kubiano, a Shemwa, the Iba Cabatanase, na and Samono, ya pension. Nse abanyo sama say the back on.
This World Bank, and Ghana na your World Bank one, and this Maminka, move to me, can't you become move to me, can't anything a move sono, move World Bank, Togo, Yasiano, period. Mr. Dami,
say I ain't some so say the back on.
Should not feel sorry. As I said, feel ashamed of my life. Now, they said, the mistake I report, they feel your man. And then we put that away,
say, teacher for some so say the babano.
If you are not learning, the devil has for people who are empty. If you are not doing anything, that is when mischief and other things come in. That's why you would like to go with boys. That's why you would like to go and smoke. They should stay at home and learn.
Assembly man, Nasa and Assembly Ecowas and Peter Munsua, say Assembly so they Ebecono.
And you see, Afole is doing best. We, the Assembly members, don't have any problem with Afole. We have no single problem with Afole. Then you have on my year, can you pay? Now, leader bear or you good. COVID-19 already happened. Oh, I said, Oma, and a floor catcher said, "Da, wada, sorry." No, we don't do that.
Say DC, MP, Minister B, and some of the man home minister Biara, if a Ghana had here. This is a Green TV, so a man come up to the Nina, Abena war, and it's a brother, and you know what it because see, non chrono. A man come on at the Bebro. The sounds so Yawada, and you know what it government non chrono so, it was so at the Abro. And memory media which yammy, a damages so, and I'm him, Darko, damn it. Or Melbourne come dear, Simon, some padia, and I send some of the born home medicine, oh, yeah, Ghana hapadia, I did Green TV so. Now, me and Darko, but doing with Sammy at the amount. Green TV, your TV for life.
Abusia mesanso emu akwa babiem Adepa Green TV so ewia prem to breakfast em guso American kan edema uko Facebook ay Green TV Ghana akwa no like na wa share na wa sanso eja comment kama ede go ase nyamre na ebekin kan ni nyina ede ama sanso so na Forever Construction and Consultants Limited omo na airborne machidon sanso so na mobile hand sanitizer omo so na so memfia mede ewia prem to breakfast no eba beso na mesanso to akase ni subiem ede ma de NPP amanyoko no de aba betu dwa se wo mra ND amanyoko no wa bam no banks ahodo na kache mu nyina nkomo ya hwe ase na mum omampani na nado danko Akufo-Addo etumi ebaye no ya do etumi behwe ye eboa ye disika hodo etumi ehyemu ema mu nyina etumi ejenje mo na so bibia so etumi eko enkan ye enum na panipa yo no na State Transport Corporation ano ya ndin ene na AKOMEA etubetu dwa se ya de yampa omampani na nado danko Akufo-Addo ne ni panyufo ene na ban etumi abomode papa etumi ahwe na bank ahodo ya nka egugogugo ni nyina no omo etumi asanso amomo ejemo na so.
And I quote, how can victims of DKM financial scam demand taxpayers' monies be used to reinvest them when their bad investment decisions had nothing to do with government? Such was the gross insensitivity adopted by the NDC government to poor, innocent depositors, over 4 million of them. This is the situation that was inherited by the new government of President Akufo-Addo from January 2017. What was the response of the new government? The new government, led by President Akufo-Addo, showed right from the onset decisive leadership by cutting the ropes that had engulfed Ghana's financial system. The new leadership, with new leadership at the central bank as well, in August 2018, took bold, decisive, and pragmatic steps. 5 big troubled banks were merged to form the Consolidated Bank and capitalize with a whooping sum of 450 million Ghana cedis. That intervention have since addressed the banking sector crisis, and it clearly demonstrates that bad leadership was the major cause of the banking and financial crisis that we had before 2017. Beyond the merging of the banks and the recapitalization and the new leadership, for the depositors, but 90% of them were paid their cash upfront. The rest of them were given bonds to be redeemed in 5 years. Now, these depositors who were given bonds also happen to be the largest depositors who had their monies locked up in the distressed banks. Of course, the bonds were much better than losing their monies entirely, which was going to be the most probable situation if the government had not stepped in and the old government of President Mahama had continued. But these depositors also, due to the large amounts of monies that they had, redeemable now in 5 years, of course, were not entirely satisfied. They have been making persistent cries to government officials to alleviate their plight and to relieve their trouble.
Oswafo ya ono enehwe insio ene ahunidie ho nsem so ya osanso eye MP ewo Krachi East abato empeso ane so ya ne din ene onmonyamfo Michael Yaujato ene ni etremu abato empeso ane so ya wo otimantemu ekohwe project ahodo a odi egu akwan mu enkanka ne akwan ahodo ya na asai no otumi ehwe so omuntumi enhwe na akwan ahodo ni nyina no omuntumi nye emfa emom nem na okoduro no sampa o akwan yi contractors for ya odemo omom nyina eguso ya akwan na kama edemom na momu insio na ne de na ejine mo china asan ate no eno na emedwuma no entumi enkoso mo hwe ni mu senche bia no akwan ni nyina ebetumi agina ne na so. Deputy Minister Edema Water and Sanitation, your son's MP Edema Krachi East, Abato Empesoniso, Onmonyam from Michael Yao Jato Edineni Echemu, our Abato Empesoniso, Meche Krachi East, Abato Empesoniso, ye what Utimantemu, na project a hudro ya washa CS or ye, Ninyani Aquaya hudro Ninano, but Neni Echemu, Ewo, Edumedum Quantum Pono, so Sa and so and Ayensu Abato Empesoniso, Kantanga. Sa enso so ena napo ena nanso opato empeso so kura hodro a chese honmo no ahwe mo moye akwan wo honmu nya neni etumi achiechie mu na mbra onmunyam for Michael Yao Jatoi etumi ekodro ne neni agye papa otumi de to dwase ade engineers ahodro yo de contract gi etumi ehwe mo nsai ohwemu ne nwuma ahodro yo matumi ayeyi a na ese omatumi abom homode ye papa ya enche bia no omatumi ede adwuma no akọ awiye
me ka say na nanu mo wira mfiri me say me botu abama me na ta manya hwe wa ha me nsi kuro mu ha biom ampa say na nanso aka mo mbom nsam na na ni je pass na kai say me say manya hwe wa ha me mba ha enti sa kwan we no na enka kwan no ho omo di list ne ba na say muntu amon fa Yesu akura di engum say na ba kwan ba Yesu akura ka franche ye say wa nko ba ko a nko mienu minim say kwan ni ha o ka tell contractor say on fa light mra emma ndi say na chairman ni mpeni for aka no ade no de enya nduru ha won ka ho asem ba minim say light kwan ya be duru ha de light be di a kire pe ba ba say covid nti no asana ma import aba no e bia na ntimi ameduru ansa na ya to aba ba ni ami ye ma mo nyina no enye ma ho de o say na na agudu dankwa Akufo-Addo me na me ne baba akopa mi wo otiredi enti me kwa na say me kosra de na enye din
enumu na nsentwofo an engineer yi ba ko ya ni din ene Ora Ali Yakubu etwetwe nkomo no de betu dwa se o edwuma ne de enche bia no mo ebetumi awie na ne enti ama no tumi acha kakra ne se insuo ya etoto no eno so eka ho ena ma che se edwuma yi entumi enko wano na momu de omodom gidi ye pa so mbehwe ama che se bibia so etumi akonkan ma edwuma no enche bia no ombetumi ede akwa awie ye.
Yes, this contract was awarded in June and an agreement was signed in July. The total length of road for spot improvement is about 19 kilometers, and then reshaping is about 12.5, and so that is about it. And we have about 9 months to complete, but we are working so hard to complete it within 3 months, because every other resource that is needed for the execution of this project has been released by the directors of Maperi Limited. And so we have no excuse not to complete these projects before schedule. In terms of percentage in the spot improvements, if you look at the total work done so far is about 5%. Work done is about 5% project. So, like I said earlier, we are poised to complete this work before schedule. Challenges, yes, we have the rain is so challenging, but we are also, I think that is the main challenge that we have had so far.
Anu na de hye ye mo so hon mo na so mo boje onmonyamfo so se mo nu yo wa ye adwuma nipa ya de a osa yeyi na se dan dan nyina no papa yi no mutumi bona ba so papa na che se ekwan hodro ya enye nyina no papa etumi ma contract for yi etumi hye ne ma nyina nti ade hye ho so mani tumi di papa so onmonyamfo ye Michael Yao Jatoi etumi abon mo di papa etumi boabo mo wa bato empeso anso ni krom ho nyina no o mani etumi agye papa mo pa na che se omo
First, Nanka, Yenapuan, Yenishui, say a coin, say the coin, I say, and Brebisa, Pimpon Mukokura Hospital, Omo Brepa, and now Bisa, I walk on crown, no more fun, no more tosu, no more bressa, a Tom Brebi crown, let's say a coach was from say, Kano Akota Atachemu, Amayanam Nina, I say, Nansu, and the dino near say. Abaya bomodi so the machine abesha sese omuba start yekwe na mai eni jihu pa anukware nia woyenu eni jihu bi wo hanu miankasa mi ko enu akohwe no anukware anibri wo ho mu sha adwuma na ase edanyame ase se adwuma na omu sha ase no omu bewi ama Yesu yesu yatumi akọjọ.
Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association apom nkrofo beyond mani achemu otimantemu a omo ekwa kopompam ntare na eso mo pompam keke na memu no omo pam oni papayemu.
Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association penyu for apau committee anaso manfo omudi omoko otimantem ni nyina ne se omoko akobo omhomodin ye edi aye adwumaden se na be omanfo ewo honom omontade hyem no ebetumi akosototen edi amaomo na enumu ena abankrachi penyi ya onu ena wo krachi east onyonyamfo Michael Yaudato editor omanfo anase ekuo no enyina anima na osisi dua se esese omo nyina ekom ho bom na chese omo ye adwumaden se na ebe ya omo betumi aboa ama omanfo ni titiu omo otimantem omontade hyem anase omonkanko no ebetumi akosototen edi amaomo na enum ena owura Salisu Sulemana ono eye business development officer Edema Business Advisory Center ya eno ewo Krachi East sanso ena onyonyamfo Muhammad Ayuba ono so eye jemtinani edema GNTDA ono so ede nkutusre eto tailors anim ya na obi so mo se anase oche mo se so mo nyina bo homodin ye pa no ye adwuma eno etien na chese atade se wo pama na wo hwemu apam enye se wo ye ni bia keke na emom wo bo homodin pa na wa ye ne senia mpanyufo etumi acho se na ebe ya omo so mudin no ebetumi akonkan na chese ewiase afa na nyina no se ebo mudin a na chese wahu baabi kura omo fi ewa ha
we know a bia so a just mefa as a member of parliament na maboa ama ekona tintin wo ha many of them mupaya ya befa so na esmi asoku no manage na kama na me kan the person is executive no was and nebia ese onya regional office and this regional office no and nebia ese we so move at least 1 year advance payment office nebia office ewo meaning say let me come in now because this year elections aban to so a oil dey na for there na say ma bia obe no ebe nya say obe na certificate obe register general na wa na tin number e wo DRA mu bebre wo ha ko ni tin number ko ni certificate enti e ka say school kola ntra to sia school kola uniform ya ko say ma na ko ma bebre ni wa bebre wo ha mo ti me nya self contract no every day aban ho this will be project not had the mamo e ko wan san so ana aye basa ntinga na sa pan so na masre the national president said on the business association members no they will register their enterprises send a very organized team now
advice to tailors is to exercise a lot of restraint in the training of the apprentices. The apprentices should as well respect their madams, because without that they can't also progress. They should as well register their businesses with the appropriate institutions, the district assembly, the BSc office, registrar general, so that they can benefit. Because if your name is not on our database, it will be very difficult to benefit. So I will advise them to take advantage of all our programs and projects.
Abi executives amaye edo masi se omatini abba African nkran ene bologa ne tamale abba otirigin ha abeyi mpenifo no ade amaye edo masi emse isi amina me original chairperson ewo otirigin ha mpenifo omo amayi omapa aka no no mesra omo se ombombo na omumbo me se ne be ya otirigin me fa no tuma kwa eden afura yewo hano apprentice for so me pese me to omufo kakra ene se o se obiara akala bia yiri no ho na won bombodi no su adwuma no se na se fata o china se niwa na omuso abese ya nan mu because me say me proud say me tell any because in the teller unniwa sebe o mapani kura woni o ntimi mpie
nti mesere obia mi karidi obia se obia mbọ mbọ na oyede ombra
Abusuya Kasie no asi na nsembia meso mu ebi ene se omampanyin na nado danko Akufo-Addo nani achiemu ewo Abuja Nigeria man no mu akohia Ecowas mpanyifo ene omo ekodi eye enkomo sanso so ena MP yo Ashaiman ede ababetu dwese eye ade sesi ane de new voters register no kofo be se 21000 omudi entumi MP no MP na nkasa nso ne din entumi MP to se ma mijen mensen bia ne be yiwa no esanso munim de enti akobebre na abekọ akọchọchọ mudi ne be wie echi no okakọ yese ni din bi san bi kakra bi etumi epiepie wa bekọ no na udin entumi ambam te so mo simpanyifo nhwe no mo ntumi embe yi o ma no enkankan isi ene ni mpanyifo wei ene nsam na fo pembe so mo se ewia prem to breka se ewo Green TV so na Kasie se ye wo de e ma onya nso bi edisi wo nchen ye papa sa no manifa o minimu dia na ye fa se da Kasie ase de mu odro emfa ma mobile hand sanitizer omo na so so memfe bo machi dom amtumi de Kasie e ba be so mo mobile hand sanitizer aba ewo adwama so kona kwaje wo de coronavirus no enko eguso etre ni hiem ojenso bebo ho ban jibi fama ukunu wo yire no wo ma jibi fama ebusuafo nyina na dachi man kopie mu e wa ya sabe anu ntino kusomo omobofo eso 0244 650939 ana 0277554219 mobile hand sanitizer mu ohwame papa nti wogibi na de papa nkonwa ho table na ho TV no ho remote no ho kwala wo fie de eno spetu abom ho ban ye papa jibio na dachi bi wan fa wonsa anhwe wanumu entumi anka ne sa dwe anfa mfi wo sanso so ena Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited susu asase aba ede ama mo susu asase de se ne yeto no bedwada obetua 20 cedis ebenada 20 cedis ukwada 20 de kwasi ada dan nyina no wetumi akwakotua bi asase no efo omo full plot 8400 full plot 8400 sanso so and a half plot near 4800 wudi bia ebetumi abo epapa so woni sika ni nyina sa ebum na so pese utua ne nkakra ni nyina so omoje o so pese o san so no mutu susu ni bi ansa na wonsa etumi akwasa so aka so aba be ye efie rade a na wodi ni etumi acho makache kona kwato asase ni bi na efie ra mbeka se na wona wutwa adwa ya na se na wo yire na epra enti monko na monko di bi okodi bi ebetumi abo epapa enti puso omo mabofo so 0501 636365 ana 0501204040 no etumi akwa bi susu asase atadwomate den obi ankonko je ne de oje betumi abo ye papa jibi ansa na obusuafo akwakoda bonten anaso akota gata nchen enti no jibi betumi abo ye papa ntu kwa na wetumi akwakwa jibi bibia ni ho mansutwi bia eni ho court case bia ni ho police asem biara eni ho de hia ne so bedi omani ebeche o makache na wetumi akwakonya asase de onye ye entususu awo yefunu mu entufutusu enfa ntoka esanse card enye japade ankasa ene se wankasa wetumi ato asase no wasanso esi dan wo so kama ya daachi bi no woma e wo ho no metumi akasa this is my father's house, this is my mother's house eno betumi abo ye papa entu kwa no akwa jibi omo na bo machidom na meje bre ebekenkan ewia prem to bre kase no edema wo obotan team na Abena Adepa enmide me na mesomo esomo so pa me kwa de election matters to us mada wase amamu ene hwe makra